Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out Super Splatters by developer Spiky Snail. That's a lot of S alliteration, I must say. So this is a very much over-the-top action puzzle game. I would put it sort of in the same vein as something like maybe Peggle, although definitely a little bit different in its presentation style, which reminds me a little bit of like Little Big Planet meets Worms Revolution or something like that. It's got this like everything's miniaturized, kind of a cutesy presentation, but also, you know, somewhat addictive in the gameplay is what I've been hearing anyway. So I haven't actually tried this one at all, and it's a game that from what I've seen of it seems to be a little bit hard to quite understand exactly what the game is about without actually playing it, so I'm hoping that when we make this video today, we'll both together learn how this game actually works. So let us jump into things. First though, we're going to look into the options menu very briefly. Standard stuff. Nice to see a colorblind mode. That is always a nice thing to see. Addition-wise, it's not a thing that always gets put in. And there are our controls. I am using the 360 controller, so the ones at the bottom are what's going to apply to me. We've got aim, restart round, pause, action, and switch splatter, aka back or select for action. Okay, so it's actually pretty simple controls. Nothing there too worrisome from what I can tell. There are our video settings, also pretty basic stuff. And let us get into things then. I just want to point out, that ghost on the left there totally looks like the ghost from Cat Trap, the old Game Boy game. Used to love that thing. Alright, so the very first level, Part 1, Become a Talent. We need to finish that with some amount of trophies and or stars before we can get to Part 2, which is Combo Nation, and Part 3, which are the Super Splatters. So we're going to learn the tactics and the techniques and all of that business. So let us start with the very first level here. We are virtually anonymous, so I guess we're doing sort of like a Burnout Paradise style progression system where we become more infamous as we play through the levels that are given to us. So we're going to play Slam Training. I'm into it. Let's play some Slam Training. No loading time whatsoever. We're basically just right into the game right from the beginning. I like that a whole bunch. Hey boss, what's going on? Where are we? And there's confetti falling from the sky. This is your first stage, Red. Okay, fair enough. He can apparently bounce around. You're here to make the first step becoming a Super Splatterer. Just like the title. Yeah, you're right about that, Red. But first, the basics. All shows on Splatter TV have one thing in common. Your super awesome explosive fireworks pods. Okay, got it. Catchy name, boss. I don't think it's that catchy, to be honest, but that's okay. Blowing up your fireworks is your basic crowd pleaser. Alright, so we want to excite the crowd. That's what this infamy thing is about. And here's how you do it. Aim to the right above your firework pods. Hold the button to slam. Okay, so we're going to use our left analog stick in this case to aim what direction. And then we smash into the wall. Great, the juice inside us makes the pods explode. Watch this. Alright, so I guess I fractured open the side of my red man, and he bled all over the explosion balls, and then... Oh, that's a strange concept for a game, but I kind of like it. Felt a bit weird, boss. Yep, first time we'll do that to you. Okay, moving on. Shooting above pods is usually better. You know, your juice falls down and all. Okay. So let's shoot along this line, I guess, and hope that our juice lands on all of those pods. It did indeed. And we are presented with some beautiful fireworks and confetti. There's a lot of particles there, actually, which is kind of cool. Final round is here. Hit the top pod to drop down the entire group. Okay, let's do that then. Alright. Group has been dropped, and we look like Meatwad for a second as we spin out of control and get a 3-star training complete. Beautiful. We can handle the most basic challenge that this game can possibly give us. Alright, so we're moving up from virtually anonymous to now 60 points, which are still either remaining or that we've gained. I'm not sure. I didn't look which side we were on that. So let's go to the next. Let's do some flip training. Seems like a thing that I could really use. I like these little sculptures. There's like some kind of weird melting sheep over there on the right. What's next, boss? It's time to do some flips. Alright, nice. Flip is that awesome gravity thing, right? It's way more than that, Red. Flip gives you the power to change the direction of everything. I don't know if I'm ready for the power to change the direction of everything. That sounds pretty exciting, though. Shoot at the sparks and see what happens. Alright, we'll do. Let's shoot at the sparks. What happens? Great, now hit space to flip back. Well, I'm not using space. I'm using the analog sticks and my 360 controller, so now we're going to use left trigger, and that will reverse us, and we'll go in the other direction. Okay, fair enough. So I guess we need to keep our trajectories in mind. So it took me back to the other side, right? And I'm allowed only one flip each time? No, Red, you can do as many flips as you like. Oh, goodness. And you should flip all the time. Flip will help you do great stuff. Okay. For example, flip will make your juice fall right on spot. Yeah, that is actually what that says. Okay, I thought I misread it. Watch this. Shoot up the ceiling, keep going back and forth over the arrows to deploy right above the pods. Okay, I will try my best. Alright, so back and forth, forever. Back and forth, back and forth. I'm not exactly sure I understand why this is making this better. But it is, so... Okay. I guess we're going to deploy over the pods now. There we go. Okay, so we've actually used almost like centrifugal force by going back and forth so many times. It's like the gravity forces in both directions are now holding us toward the center or something. Is it like reverse centrifugal force? I'm not exactly sure. Wow, boss, that was awesome. Alright, it was kind of weird, to be honest, but I'm okay with it. I felt like a superhero. So stop attributing things to me that I didn't necessarily express. That goes out at night to flip bad guys. Are we done? Thank you. Thank you, Yellow, for bringing us back to reality and keeping us grounded here. Moving on. Flip is also perfect to bring pods you just kicked. Try this out. Okay. Slam into the pods. Don't let them fly away. Hit flip to bring them back. You got it. Alright, so now they're going to end up down here where all of the juices are going to be. Beautiful, and we've got a lovely King's Crown for completing that level. I think I'm starting to get the hang of it if this is the gist of what there is to do. Okay, so that number was actually going down. It's another 3 stars. Let's play Freestyle Easy. I think I'm up for it. Do want to mention really quickly, though, that this game was brought to my attention by pixelprospector.com, a really great website that has all kinds of resources for both YouTubers, indie game enthusiasts, and developers alike, so definitely a thing that I would recommend you guys all check out if you haven't already. And I will continue on here. So, wow. Yeah, boss, what's going on? Nice, huh? Meet the crowd. Okay, so we're gonna probably smash those, that cluster of mines down, and then use the other guy to get juice on them, I suppose. This is starting to sound a little vulgar, so let's skip the intro and get right to business. I think I know what I'm supposed to do here, so let's flip away. Alright, let's knock that down. I'm not sure really why I need to be flipping here. I could probably actually get this all done in one move. And I think that is about all that I needed to do, right? That was the whole level. Okay, now we've got some other guys to play as. And we want to smash this guy into the ceiling and then have the juices fall down into that pit, I guess. Alright, let's try that out. A little less exposition at this point, probably not so much necessary, really. I mean, the concept is not exactly the most obvious in a way. Oh, I missed the one? Really? Oh, that's a bunch of junk. Alright, so let's just smash into that one directly, I guess, and see what that does. Yeah, it's all good. And we're rewarded with a beautiful fireworks display. That's right out of Geometry Wars. They keep giving me these little guides, I guess, to get me acclimated. I guess it is still very, very early on. So we're presented with some sort of like a laser sight that showed us where we landed from that. I'm not sure what that was about. Alright, let's go up this way. I guess I get a sniper... Oh, 3 stars earned. Sniper target for landing them directly on or something like that. And now I'm starting to understand what the point of flipping is. I mean, really you're just trying to manipulate and make sure that the juice out of these dudes ends up in the right spot. This is like the worst out of context presentation that I've ever presented for you guys. But anyway, just try and pretend I didn't say that. So we're going to move to the next world. Stunt training. Okay, we've got some stunt training to go through. Alright, this is where we're going to probably learn how to bounce off of walls and slide on stuff, because I'm pretty sure that's a factor here. What is this weird place? Blue, it's time to spice your act up with some stunts. Stunts are special moves that really show your talent. It's time to make your crowd go wild. I don't feel like there's really a crowd watching just yet. Every move you make, every stunt you take. I love that song. They're going for the NLSS song humor now. Let's start with your first stunt. Shoot along the sparks to ride that awesome slide. Okay, let's ride an awesome slide. You got it. And you got my first slide stunt bonus, and then I'm going to probably try and make sure I slam into that little bucket of mines down there in the corner, which really doesn't take all that much to do, because that dude's just going to find his way there anyway. So I didn't need to reverse or anything. We got 5,500 views. Man, these slime people are easy to please. Like, some of my best videos don't quite make it to that point. That was awesome, boss. Let's do another. See the spikes above those blue pods? Okay, so I guess I'm supposed to launch myself out of those. Or into those, rather. And the slide will take me up there, and we'll get to... Okay, I got it. Let's just shoot along this. Should smash me up into there. And I think I'm just going to land right on there. I didn't really have to do much of anything. So the difficulty of this game, or the gamification element, is going to occur when we get much further into this, I suppose. I guess I need to, okay, turn around and go the other way a few times, maybe. Finally, we need to flip right at the U-turn arrow. The YouTube arrow. Flips on the sides are super common here, okay. Flip as soon as you eat those 3 sparks. You got it. Now what? Oh, I want to actually land up at the... Okay, got it. And then we'll just fall down there. And it's a pretty nice little physics system. You know, honestly, I haven't really commented much on the graphics, but this game looks pretty nice. Everything seems pretty high resolution. It's got these, like, close-up micro views on all these, what would normally be, you know, tiny objects. There's all these particles that are going on, physics to do with the liquid. You know, it's pretty well presented. I'm having a good time, even though there's still very early in the presentation here in the game so far. And okay, I guess those are our viewers. I just wasn't really seeing them as much. Is this the part where we're gonna get to just straight up play? Oh, it is. Okay, so now I think we're actually to a new world where we can experiment and see what we actually could do wrong. To learn how to better ourselves in the world of Super Splatters. So that would be a mistake what I just did there. Don't just, like, randomly let yourself launch off into nothing, because that doesn't help anyone out, really. I'm going to kick these mines all along and hope that they can knock everything into one spot if I reverse enough times. So there might seem to be a little bit of trial and error to this. I could be wrong, but that's sort of the impression I'm getting from some of this. I mean, maybe you learn... some really basic ground rules over time, and then after that you're just pretty much good to go, and you just are able to apply those ground rules to a variety of other situations. And I don't know, so far I think I'm a ways away from learning that stuff, but for now I am sort of understanding the most basic concepts. I'm just not really going to be facile with them for a while yet. Alright, so get the juice and we should be good. Alright, neat. And we've got one more mine set over there, or bombs, or whatever we're calling them. And I don't even really think I need to do much with these. I'm just going to find my way over. And, yep, that'll kind of take care of itself. Made a little picture of a car. Isn't that nice? Final round. Okay, we've got these chains of blue. And really happy, wiggly blue guys. So we're going to shoot at... I think we want to hit that spike at the top, and then we should be able to maybe knock down at least one of those chains. Although this guy, kind of heavy, doesn't quite fling as well as I would have liked. So we're just going to try and spin him around in a way that'll maybe get as much of this juice as possible. So it turns out those lattices of mines or bombs are not actually something that'll carry the juice. We actually need to make sure that they hit them uniformly. But we can actually use the characters as they split apart to break them off and split them into more, you know, chunks that will hopefully just expose them to the juice as we go. Alright, that one should be fairly direct. Oh, I missed a couple there, but that should fall at least. So how am I going to hit that last couple? Can I slide along this and get them all into one spot at once? That might be good. Yeah, and then reverse. Did I win? I don't know if I won there. Was that my Peggle shot at the last moment? Okay. Yeah, that was the zoom in, are you going to win or are you not going to win thing, and I almost didn't because I reversed too many times. I also might have detonated my last man there at the top left, or he just explodes when we get to the end of the level or something. He's a little bit like Gantz, maybe a little dark. We've unlocked the airstrike. Oh, that's pretty wild. I wasn't expecting there to be anything like that. That's a little bit like Worms, which I already had mentioned before. So I guess we'll do one more round here and do some airstrike training and see how hard that is. I hope we don't get into too much tutorialization, because it might actually get a little bit boring if we continue on this. I would hope that maybe we could wrap things up and get to the proper game now, because I think the concepts are not that hard to understand, but I do understand that they would want to keep them Fairly well explained. So welcome to the Swan stage, Blue. Okay, I'm happy to be here, I guess. Also, probably should shout out, like, Foster's Home for Imaginary Creatures, the whole Blue thing. Perfect place to do some airstrikes. This doesn't look like a great place to do airstrikes. There's actually a ceiling. Did you say airstrikes? Yes, Blue. Today you fly. Fly like the big boys in Splatter TV? Yeah, I guess so. Just like the pros. Listen up. Tap to jump, don't charge. Tap again when you reach the arrow. Oh, okay, I didn't even know I could jump. Neat. I'm gonna probably hit that spike. Oh, okay, I can actually stick to the ceiling. I didn't know that either. Great, now keep your aim on the pause to the right and tap again. Oh, that's an airstrike. Okay, that's actually way less complicated than I thought. I thought it was some sort of an item I was gonna use or something. I've been trained by worms. One more thing about airstrikes. Jumping also works when you're upside down. So always start your move with a quick tap. Sure thing, boss. Quick tap. Jump an airstrike into a slide for another great move. Okay, so we're gonna jump with a tap, click and hold, let go, and now we splatter. That didn't exactly slide the way I was hoping. Actually, I needed to hit that at an angle. I actually do understand what it was that we were trying to do there, but I didn't really execute it properly. So tap. Wait until the right moment, and then angle. Should work out just fine. That's more like it. Alright, cool. Training complete. And that will do it for airstrike training. I think we are... Yep, we've moved up the ladder in popularity. Friends know me now. Terrific. At least it's not Klaus know me. Well, that would be great as well. Play freestyle easy. Locked medium. So what do we have beyond now? Just out of curiosity. Is this another... Okay, I guess this is just another level we can just play at our own pace. Alright, I'll do one more. This is pretty addictive, I have to say. And I'm loving all the particles. Everything is so freaking pretty and wild. And the background, there's like depth of field effects. There's weird stuff going on everywhere. The blobby characters have this like nice shine on them, which I wouldn't have necessarily expected. There's some depth to things. Alright, so how am I going to approach this? I probably want to fracture my character over that course of that nose there. I really meant to do an airstrike, but I held first, so that was my first mistake. Can I just restart outright? Yeah, let's restart event. I should mention also Splatter TV. You might have noticed that in the menu a second ago. That's a sort of like its own little community hub of replays, so people that do particularly well on any one of these challenges, I guess they can upload their footage to Splatter TV, and then other people can watch it, which may or may not actually increase your own status and standings in the game. So let's see if we can hop. How high can we hop, actually? I want to know that first. That is not exactly how I wanted to hop, but let's see if we can make the best of it anyway, and we did. So there we go, 2 stunts. Pulled that off. We seem to have gotten some kind of parasol. That's neat. Did we explain what those are? I don't know that we necessarily did. Maybe it's just showing us what those are at all. Alright, so I'm going to jump left and then hook back right. Oh, I held it a little longer than I intended to, but I think we're still okay. Knock that off the ceiling, and how much juice can we get out of that? Not enough. Alright, no problem. We've got another dude over here. Can we switch? Yeah, we can switch to another character. I would like to hop first, and then once we're about there, hook onto the ceiling and splatter myself. Oh, it's not gonna work, is it? Okay, apparently that little edge is just indented enough that it's not gonna give me much of anything, unless I hit the very end, like so. Okay, we only have so long to aim the shot, so if you don't take advantage properly, you're gonna miss out. So although it looked pretty simple, there is a little bit of nuance to it, and it does require some, you know, careful aiming. And if you mess up, you can actually ruin your run on that particular one. So we're going to do another tap, and then we're going to do an airstrike right about here. See if we can knock down all of these dudes all at once. Probably goes without saying, but I don't even know that I've mentioned this, that the characters need to aim for light-colored mines, but I think you probably all figured that out by now if I never did mention it. I also like how it's leaving, like, paint all over the you know, environment. I think that's a nice touch. So we will do another hop and another slide. And hopefully that'll take out... Oh, it didn't really take out much of anything, actually, so I feel like I've wasted a turn on that one. That would be kind of cool if the red could then merge with the blue, and then you'd end up with weird purple ones. I'm not sure if that would be good or bad. Probably worse, you know, more than anything. Alright, so then we're going to just, you know, diffuse everywhere and hope that that lands on all of them. It almost did, actually. 15 bomb giant. It's a giant bomb.com. So let's try one more shot at knocking all of these out. Like this, maybe? Oh, okay, this is certainly better than it was before, but I think we've still missed the little chunk up at the front. But lots of confetti means we're doing okay. And then we've got to somehow get all of these little mines down at the bottom. Maybe I'll just tap myself up and then direct myself back down and hope that this does a thing. It did not do all of it, though, right? There's still, yeah, one more left that it didn't quite make to. We'll do a hop, and then immediately back down. Oh, did I just do a double airstrike? What's going on there? I think I did. I still missed a bunch of them, jeez. And I made my life even harder by sending more of them all the way out there. So this is a highly inefficient run. Do not look to this for a recommendation of how to play this level at all. If we could just get that one... Oh, geez. You gotta, like, land right on them for it to actually do anything, apparently. Okay, one more of these. You gotta group them all together, and did I... Okay, I think I got all of them that time. Yes, I did. So there's still 2 more and 1 blue there, which is gonna be... I should probably switch to this guy first. Make sure I take these out. Jump up, and back down. You got this. Alright, cool. So there's just the one left. I should be able to jump a bunch of times here. Get myself in position. And... splat! Oh, geez. Did I get him? I don't know that I got him. Okay, I did. Whew. That was really close. I almost blew that whole run on the last shot there. So, it does get a little bit tense sometimes, which you wouldn't expect in such a wacky game. So, with that, I suppose we could head back out and see. So we've unlocked a few stages. We've got another one here that we could get to. I think this is the entirety of maybe easy mode, right? Or there, yeah, okay. And then once we get enough in that, then we unlock Combo Nation, so on and so forth. And of course, Splatter TV is always an option as well if you want to go and watch what other people are doing, see how well they do at various levels and challenges. And then there's also the show-off area, which I'm not 100% sure what that is. Okay, so you can just show your progress versus a timeline of the entire game, as well as all of your achievements and stats. This is basically just your stats screen, which is totally cool with me. Alright, so that is going to do it for another episode, guys. Super Splatters, pretty cool. I enjoy it. I wasn't really sure what I was going to take away from this game, whether it was going to be easy to get into, complicated, or, you know, somewhere in between. I'd say it is, somewhere between easy and medium difficulty, intermediate maybe, it could be a word that we could use here, and I think it probably will scale quite well as we get into the further levels. I could see this getting maybe a little bit frustrating at times, maybe, when you have a particularly long run that ends up kind of getting botched at the last moment, but then again, you know, it's a puzzle action game, and much like a game like Peggle, you know, it's designed to be replayed a whole bunch of time, and you try and perfect your runs each time and get a little bit better as you go. I'm also not sure, maybe there are even more moves to learn or more elements to progression as we get further into things. If that's the case, it may end up further complicating things, but I think the core gameplay is quite fun, the graphical presentation is good, soundtrack is mostly unobtrusive. I won't say it definitely captured my heart or anything, but it is okay, you know, it does the right thing for what it is. And I think there's enough features to give this game some legs, so I would check it out if I was you. Go ahead and check into my description, where there will be a link if you want to go ahead and purchase this for yourself. There is also some other stuff in the description you might want to take a look through. My social media links, for example, such as my Twitter, my Twitch page, my Facebook, all kinds of other things in there. And if you'd like, take a second and head over to indie-impressions.com, my website, where I've got over 550 other episodes of Indie Impressions that you can browse through, and they're all sorted and categorized, so if you want to look for a particular type of game, that is up to you to do. Please do leave any support in the form of likes if you'd like to, if you think I deserve them, I mean, and of course, leave any comments as well. I'd love to hear what you think about a game like this. You know, is it casual? Is it easy? Is it approachable? What do you think of the graphical style? Is this something that you could see getting kind of obsessed with? Because I think that could be a possibility. It is a little bit addictive, I will give them that. And it should be, really, for a puzzle action game. I think it's kind of where they tend to live in terms of, you know, the communities of, you know, game subgenres. So that will do it. Thank you again, guys, for watching. Be sure to come back again tomorrow. New episodes are every single day without fail, so I will catch you again tomorrow, and I hope you have a lovely night. Talk to you later.